Spoiler alert, we've been introduced to the god of speed, and he's not nearly as scary as the idea of losing our beloved Caitlin Snow to the dark side. But we're going to talk it out. It is time for Flash Chat. Well, hey there, everyone. Welcome to Flash Chat. We've been having a lot of fun in our pre-show, hanging out. We've got a bunch of guests today who have been on the show before, and we're all like fast friends. It's pretty great. So I'd like to introduce you, Joey NAVARRA Jr., Jason Spooner, Abel Mills. Joey is an artist, and you write too?
No, my brother is the writer on the book.
Okay.
Yeah, my comic, Pursued by a Bear.
Yes, I've read it, everyone. It's very cool. It's a samurai bear?
Yeah.
Yes, as opposed to a ninja. It's not a ninja, it's a samurai bear.
Legally distinct from
Yes,
we couldn't get the rights to that.
It's going to be a ninja. It cannot be. Tell us a little bit about the book and what you've been doing now.
It's about a female panda samurai on a revenge mission. And
it's all good stories start. Yes.
Right, yeah. I wrote my brother wrote the book. I made it with him. We self-published it, and we're touring it at cons, and we're working on the second chapter now.
Very cool. What's the next convention you're going to be at?
Probably the next Charlotte Con, the one-day con in December.
Oh, Charlotte Comic Con.
Yeah.
With Rick and Dave. They're going to be on the show
yeah.
in December. I'm excited about that. So hopefully I will be at that one. There's another convention coming up this weekend, Big Fandom Greenville, South Carolina. We'll tell you about that. Where can we find Pursued by a Bear if people want to order it?
Contact me through joeynavara@gmail.com or any of my social media platforms. They're all under Joey NAVARRA Jr.
Find them, and you can see the website right there. Jason has been working with the Ominous Press.
I have. I'm going to hold up the book.
Yeah, if you're a loyal Flash Chat follower, Andy Smith was just on talking about Ominous Press. Tell us what you do.
Awesome. I'm the VP of marketing for this wonderful company called Ominous Press. Here we go. Right there. There it is. Number one. There it is.
Placement.
Ooh,
All right. This was a book series that came out in the 90s and then kind of was short-lived, had a limited run, but now it's coming back in full steam.
Yes.
So we've had a couple reprints that are out that have all new content. And then 2017, we're up for some pretty big announcements that we're really excited for. So keep on the lookout for those. You can go to the website, ominouspress.com, all the social channels, Twitter @OminousPress, Facebook @OminousPress, and Instagram @Ominous_press.
Underscore. You know, there's always that one. You
always that one underscore.
The one account. Got to do a weird thing.
They all came up with those before I joined.
Yeah.
So.
Well, very cool. We're looking forward to seeing some announcements from them in 2017. Abel Mills is my pal, and so tell what you do and what we've decided to call you.
So I'm the general manager of 2 UPS stores.
So that means he's General Mills. I thought it was great. Very exciting.
I like it. I'll go with it.
It works. Yes.
It works.
What's the weirdest thing you've had to print?
What's the weirdest thing I've had to print?
Is it something you can say? Do you get some things
Probably
that you cannot
not.
talk
There
about?
are things I can't. Yeah. Well, there was one. I mean, not the weirdest. It was just unusual.
Yeah.
But it was a woman like declaring that she was like leaving her country and like going to the United States illegally. Yeah, it was a whole thing, and I was like, I should not have this. Anyway, so
delete the file.
Yeah,
well, that's
gone.
Cool and weird.
Yeah, weird, but I don't know. There's plenty of people. We get a lot of rappers who will come in and like no joke and be like, "Can you print out my lyrics?"
Really?
So, yeah.
Oh, cute. Well, that's nice. That's sweet.
Yeah.
They just want a little framed copy.
Exactly.
Good job for them. Well, very cool. We want to give a special thanks to Lance Ospresser and the Facebook group for The Flash. I think they're closing in on 21,000 followers. So that's pretty cool. And all you followers on this Facebook group, watch the Flash Chat, because there's a lot of you. That's wow. But yeah, thanks to Lance and his team of administrators for helping post. They do a great job. If you want to know anything about the Flash, it is on that page. Literally anything. Lots of memes. It's a lot of fun. This episode was filled with a lot of revelations. First, spoilers. If you haven't seen it, don't be watching this. But Caitlin reveals to Cisco that she still has these frosty powers. And then he tattles to the group. And so talking about Killer Frost, how'd you feel about him telling the group? What do you think? Is that fair or in her best interest?
I think given the fact that he 5'd her and saw that she may become evil, I feel like probably in the best interest of the group.
Do you think he's a little scared, or do you think that's completely out of like, oh, I don't want this to happen to her kind of thing?
I think she's.
I think it's a little bit of both.
Yeah.
I'm glad that they told, because otherwise it'd be like 2 episodes of them keeping a secret.
Yeah.
And there's so many secrets being kept all the time. It's so annoying.
He didn't tell her in the lab, but then told her later at the park, and it was just like, if the show's gonna do that, I'm gonna keep this secret. They like just revealed it later, a few minutes later into the show.
And that's a good point. Do you notice that on all these shows, on Supergirl, on Arrow, and Flash, do you think that they're kind of maybe rushing things a little bit this season?
Yeah,
Yes.
Running through the first 2 episodes plots could have been, the way these shows are structured, could have been the whole series of him being in a Flashpoint universe.
Yeah, that's
Like,
true.
half a season of Wally being Flash and him not doing anything. But they burned through that real quick, and I don't really know why.
It makes me wonder if maybe they have, I obviously think they plan out the full year, maybe don't know exactly where they'll take things, but I've noticed they've been rushing through things. We're going to get to that. We're going to talk about Supergirl, and I want to really talk about like Jimmy Olsen and that, or James Olsen. But so how long, okay, raise your hand, do you think that Caitlin is going to the dark side?
I think for a couple episodes.
Yeah, a couple episodes. I know, you guys think she's going to...
I don't.
Well, like, why does she have to go bad when she gets powers? Like, Cisco didn't go bad when he got his vibe powers.
Alternate universe Cisco did, though.
Right,
True.
but he hasn't. I don't know why she's assuming she's gonna go bad when she starts developing these powers. That's like the only weird thing.
Yeah.
But I guess it's that aggression she had in that lab, her mom's lab, towards that guy, where she couldn't even help it.
Yeah.
It wasn't just like she snapped, it was like, it wasn't her kind of thing. But do you
You
think...
should go see an anger counselor.
That's it, and that's how they cure Caitlin.
No, I think
Counseling
I
in the
don't.
12-step
I don't think
program.
she's going to the bad side forever. You're right. It may be an episode or two.
Couple episodes, like a good little arc, yeah.
I just feel like I don't know. I feel like there's a lot that Cisco is assuming when he vibed her and saw like the 2 of them fighting. I mean, that could be for a number of different reasons. I feel like. I mean,
They could be training.
He could be training.
It could be a kid's
it
party.
Could exactly.
Yeah.
It could have been the evil vibe from the other universe, and she was fighting him. Who knows?
Yeah, you never know.
It was dark, and it's his vibes are always out of context.
Yeah.
And it's like they
it's true.
still take it as like that is exactly like
right?
like whatever his
Prophecy.
interpretation of the vision is what might happen. Like, it's always weird.
It's true. It's true. Well, I mean, in this show, it's never cut and dry. It's never exactly as it seems. So there are a lot of questions to be answered still, and that pertains also to the major villains this season. Alchemy, and now we've been introduced to Savitar, the god of speed.
Yeah.
Okay, did we like how Savitar looked? I thought he was kind of cool.
It's better than the comic costume.
Yeah.
Comic, it's like a guy without a shirt with like a yellow lightning bolt.
Yeah.
Really? They're like, we're not doing that.
He's just wears sleeves and a weird Wolverine.
Some people are saying it's kind of Transformers-y, but I think it's
He
kind of
does
cool.
look kind of Transformers-y, but
I think that he doesn't look like
it.
a human form exactly is what makes it a little scarier than maybe a Zoom or a Reverse Flash.
I just gotta ask, like, why do we always have a speedster as the bad guy?
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
every season
Yeah,
now, it's
yeah.
like 3 seasons of speedsters.
Of too many speedsters. Now, okay, so that's where my questions come in. Do you think that this is the big bad, or is there something else that we don't quite know yet?
Well,
Because they've done speedster so much, could there be some other force?
It's episode 6
Yeah, that's
of
true.
a 22 episode run, so it's a little. If it is the big
must be.
bad, now they did introduce Zoom like pretty early on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was the entire episode, but you still got like 18 more episodes to go.
Yeah, and now I thought that we don't know a lot about these villains, and that kind of makes them scarier, but also we don't know what their end game is, and I guess we haven't really most of the shows, but I don't know. How are you feeling about? They were introduced so quickly. Alchemy has been kind of a long burn, but how are you feeling about these villains compared to like a Zoom or a Reverse Flash?
Well, I feel like the Reverse Flash, right? That was all intrigue and mystery because it was actually Wells for a little bit, and now maybe he comes forward. So you got to develop a connection to the character.
Yeah.
And then I feel like with Zoom, he was there for, you got to know him as really big, really bad. Everyone's afraid of him. They all talk about him with awe and mystery. And then here are these other villains that we don't know anything about. We're not supposed to know anything about them.
Yeah.
And as such, we don't have like an emotional connection to them.
Did they introduce them too soon?
I don't think they introduced him too soon. They just haven't expanded on
Yeah.
it yet. I mean, with alchemy, it's not like he's gone against alchemy really yet. It's just been like the consequences of what he's been doing.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So my question too, I said this to Twitter. Do you think Julian Albert has anything to do with either alchemy, the Philosopher's Stone, or Savitar? He went mysteriously missing, which you know the writers wanted you to know.
Exactly. They made a very, very big point of being like, all right, let's go solve this problem. Hey, where's Julian?
Yeah. Yeah.
He's never late.
Yeah, he's never late.
Jada Diaz said that this is just a promo for Fantastic Beasts. Good job, Jada. And then from Area 51 Comics, they said probably, I bet, but I hope he's not. So I don't know. I think it's not ever is exactly what it seems, but I think there's some kind of relation there. Are you guys familiar in the comics with like the Dr. Alchemy and the split, kind of the split persona of Albert Desmond is like the split of Dr. Alchemy. It's like his other persona. And so apparently, so Julian Albert is kind of a nod to that in the comics. Yeah. So.
I think if it is the same person, it's got to be a personality split.
Yes.
I mean, that big monologue he gave, like the last episode or a couple episodes ago, about like why he doesn't like anybody that has powers.
Yeah. But that was weird too, because this episode started off like last week they were like going to get sushi or something, and then this week he was like, we're not friends. What is that about? Do you think he's on to Barry? Do you think he knows Barry is a metahuman?
No, I just think in his world he's got years of history of working with a guy he doesn't like. I mean, in the real world, that doesn't get buried in a day.
True.
Yeah. That's a good point. Yeah.
True, but I thought at least they would have buried the hatchet a little bit. But he does have that jealousy of wanting powers, and that seems to be kind of a running theme through not just this show, but all of the CW superhero shows. In this show, of course, Wally wants the powers. He's having those dreams. What do you predict for when Wally comes out of the chrysalis that now Dr. Alchemy has put him in? What do you predict will happen to Kid Flash? Bad, good, powers, no?
I mean, I think Rival got his old personality back, so even if Wally got his powers, he would probably just act the way he did as Kid Flash, just kind of confident but still a hero.
So you don't think he'll be bad?
I hope not. I don't think so.
Me too, yeah. I hope he's not bad. It would be kind of fun to see that actor play a mean guy.
Yeah,
right.
Because he's not. He's so look at that face. And then also playing a mean. Well, okay, I was gonna say playing a mean guy in a yellow costume, but we've seen that.
And he's a speedster.
Yeah.
And we've seen a bad speedster once or twice.
True. Yeah,
Well,
I know.
And I think there was I think in this episode Wally got a little dangerous when alchemy was in his head and kind of messing with him.
Yeah.
So it could be a case where he retains that same personality and he tries to be good, but alchemy just stays there and keeps messing with him.
Yeah.
So,
And so
exactly. Do something bad. Do
him
something
wanting
bad.
the powers and
Go
the
steal that
feelings
apple.
of inadequacy of all these characters wanting powers, when Iris talked about it, that she kind of felt left out of the group, which I thought was a really strong moment for her character to kind of recognize, like, hey, everybody has powers or something, or is like a super scientist, and I do not. How'd you feel about Barry said to her, there is no Flash without Iris West. Now, from the comics, that's pretty much the whole point. But how did you feel about that line? Do you think they've been doing a good job with this relationship this season?
I mean, no.
Shippers are gonna get mad.
Every season it's the same. Like they get close or they get a chance to be together, and then for some reason they're like, oh. One of them is like, this feels weird. So again, this season they're like together, and it's like, man, they keep making excuses, or they go on a really boring dinner date when it's like they know that, if they know each other so well now and nothing's holding them back, like why not go on a date? Like why not take her to a different country or
that's a good point.
Anything, you know what I mean? Like
run somewhere cool.
There's other things, and it's just like we're watching the same thing play out. That they're gonna one of them's gonna push the other away.
Are you just saying Barry's bad at dating?
I think
yes.
He's not been successful at it.
He's not
arguable. Good. Yeah, he is. I think that's kind of the running theme of the show is like Barry Iris trying to get there. Will it happen? I do think that they've done a lot better job with her character though this season. They've given her a little bit more clout. And it needed that for you to kind of believe the relationship and want to see it go forward. They have a lot of very good scenes. A relationship I feel a little weird about is Cecile and Joe. How do we feel about Cecile?
She's a very confident woman.
She is.
She's got a kid too.
I like how she said to put down your phone.
Yeah, right.
She said, "Look at me." What?
They're I feel like I personally don't know enough about her.
Right.
I don't feel like there's.
But the kid that you mentioned.
I think that's interesting. I also think giving Joe a love interest is nice.
It is
like
nice.
he's been going through like so much, and last season, like, gosh, the drama there, right? Here's the son you didn't know you had. Here's your dying ex-wife. Like,
It's just constantly
give him a win.
Bad news, bad news.
Give him a
Poor
win.
Joe, he does, and they handle it well. They kind of glaze over some of these really deep psychological issues on the show. But like none of them were just like, well, let's go back to work. Oh man.
Cisco gets over his depression in the first or the second episode real quick.
Real quick.
Like they bring up one little funny story, and it's like, oh yeah, that's okay. I'm over all of this.
Yeah. Yes. And that's the main critique I have of the show this season is it's going real fast, and it's entertaining. They're doing a good job, but they're cramming so much into episodes that it's almost not believable how the characters are like reacting so quickly or getting over things so quickly. Do you have any predictions for who Cecile's daughter might be? Anybody from the comics that you think it maybe could be?
I don't know her. I don't know if her character is from the comics, so
I don't know either. But I don't know if there's like a female speedster or something that we're not.
I don't think we're gonna meet her.
No?
I think something's gonna happen, and Joe's gonna get scared, and it's not gonna be an actual relationship.
But why bring it up on the show then?
Oh, maybe just give
More
her more
heartbreak for
heartbreak
Joe.
for Joe.
I think
Oh no.
like her dating Joe, and then like Barry's lab assistant. I forgot his name already.
Draco
Julian.
Yeah, right.
Draco
I think
Malfoy,
like
yes.
adding characters like that to the cast now allows the team to have someone to lie to again.
True.
Which is part of like the
Interesting.
superhero narrative of like always lying
Always
to family
about
and
lying.
coworkers.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
We need
so
a
it's because there's like
Interesting.
17 people in Central City that know
Yep.
who Barry is. So
Yes, that's a good point.
Yeah.
And speaking of liars, I still think there's something else up with H.R. Wells. He's fun, and I love how Tom Cavanaugh is playing this character. I love how he kind of like ransacked this date. But do you have any predictions for H.R.? Do you think he's underlying bad or something's up there? What do you think?
I think it's really convenient that suddenly they have this face technology that was
Right?
like, oh hey, you
guys
can solve
don't
this
have
problem.
this?
You can go out in public now, it'd be great.
That would be a nice technology. I would just have myself put with makeup on. Like start the
Just
day,
wake
like,
up in the morning.
and
Yeah.
bloop. Oh, who wouldn't use that? I'd never wear makeup
grow a
again.
beard, cut your hair different.
Yep.
Like,
Just try the
Yeah.
phones.
are we
Tried
are we
to-
gonna get a new Wells every season?
That's what
That's
I
what
was
I'm
thinking.
wondering.
I was thinking every season there's going to be a new
But I don't
Wells.
hate it. I would just really like to see the real Harrison Wells, the one that died. And I was hoping that that would be something that would come with Flashpoint.
Oh, okay.
But they could. That
It
would
could
be
still,
that
because
would
maybe
work.
they have to fix Flashpoint to get like Caitlin
Maybe.
to
Is
not
it
be a
fixable?
bad person.
I think so. When Earth 3 Flash pulled him out of the time stream, was he about to go back to his mom's death again? When he started running away.
Yes, when Jay Garrick pulled him back, and he was like, calm it down.
I don't know if anyone said this on the show in a previous episode or not, but like I'm pretty sure we're gonna get there eventually,
Yeah.
maybe the season finale, and he's gonna be the Barry that looks at the other Barry and like tells him to not stop it. Do you remember that in the first
No.
season? There's
Kind
like
of, yeah. But I thought that was already him, and now I'm getting confused.
it is him, but I think he's gonna
I
like.
thought we did
There's
that,
like
then
5
did that,
berries
and
in
then
that
did
room
that, and then-
yeah.
There's like
That's
20.
what we're all waiting
and then now
for.
Reverse Flash just can't get in because there's so many berries. Just packed.
And that's the ultimate
That's how we
plan.
fix
There's
it.
so many berries.
And show.
Nobody can get it. That's how it ends, like season 10. I don't know. I'd love to see the old Harrison Wells. I think there's something weird with this HR. I think there's something beyond him being just an author. It is funny to see Tom Cavanaugh play this character, but also there's little nods to things like on Earth 19 when he was like, oh yeah, we have those gorillas. I mean, maybe that's where the Gorilla Island is when they like threw Grodd off into like a portal. It could be.
Yeah.
Grodd. I've got a Grodd. I miss him. They probably are like, we're not doing a Grodd episode. We're tired of CGing.
So expensive.
Yeah, the CG guys are like, no, we're on Thanksgiving break. We're not doing it. There's another, oh wait, I wanted to say my favorite quote. The villain this week, it's a throwaway. Let's just be real. The Shade.
Yeah.
But Cisco saying, what does he do, give side eye? That was good. I love the little jokes on the show. Next week's Flash looks pretty cool because it's all about Killer Frost, which I think this is the Kevin Smith directed episode. Yeah. And that's going to be fun. I'm not doing a Flash chat next week because I'm tired. I'm going to go eat some Thanksgiving food at home. But you got to watch The Flash because this is going to be a big episode. So check out the trailer.
She's inside me and she's angry.
Your friend, she's a meta, not one of the friendly ones.
She's sick. She's not thinking straight.
She is a bloody menace. Knock her out.
Caitlin, what are you doing? I'm not gonna fight you.
You keep messing with everyone's lives.
Shoot her!
You did this to me. You made me cold-hearted, Mary.
The Flash, all new this Tuesday at 8/7 Central on the CW.
Looks like a good one.
Yeah.
Chilling.
Oh.
We can do so many of those. Supergirl this week. Have you guys watched Supergirl this week?
Yeah, I
did.
A lot of fun. What is interesting about Supergirl that I have found, and my boss and I were talking about this, the show was very much a metaphor for modern society. And like talking about the aliens that they don't know if they like being there, all the way to LGBT issues. This episode, Alex Danvers came out to Kara. And even just the idea of like, okay, Mon-El is totally different, he has a different ideology than Kara did on her planet, but they're finding a way to work together, which I think is a real nice lesson, especially this week. So how'd you guys feel about the way that they handled Alex Danvers coming out? Did you think they did that justice on the show?
Not being someone that has come out.
Yeah.
Right.
Objectively, I think that they
They
did
handled
handle
it
it
nice.
really
I thought
well.
they did a good
There you
job.
go. Well put. I think so too. I mean, the way it wasn't. The way her and the other girl didn't get together at the end.
Maggie, yeah.
And it still kind of ended. That seemed a little bit more realistic than like.
Right.
And now we've got a perfect
agree.
relationship. Yay! Yeah.
I agree with that exactly.
Yeah.
I thought they handled it well. CW has always had a lot of gay characters on their shows, and they've never, I don't think, have had one. Maybe they have, but I haven't seen every single show come out. And I thought they did a really nice job with it. And I like that they addressed these types of issues. I also wanted to talk about James Olsen. Another rush job, becoming the Guardian. Thoughts on that?
And another secret.
I know.
Here's another.
There you go.
Can't tell nobody else.
Full of lies and secrets. Also, another weird helmet.
Yeah,
Like
that's
Diggle
weird.
got a weird helmet, and James got a weird helmet. I'm not into the weird helmet. And do you have any predictions for what might happen now that John Jones has white Martian blood? Will it affect him, or does it not matter?
Well, I mean, she looked down at his hand and it was shaking a little bit, and that seemed to, mean something to her. Yeah. So.
Oh dear.
I think it's going to matter. What I really like is just to talk about it, going from CBS to the CW.
Yeah.
Like suddenly we have an LGBT character.
Yep.
Suddenly we have multiple aliens, and there's a way more fun universe to play in.
Yeah.
So I just think all these decisions the showrunners are making are just
Are
right
very
on spot.
good.
Yeah,
And the
very good
CGI
point.
with Parasite was great.
Yeah.
A big episode coming up. November 28th is the start of the crossovers. It's a 4-night crossover starting with Supergirl on November 28th, featuring all the characters. And one that I'm very excited is coming back, my very favorite, Deathstroke. There's a clip of him in the trailer. I'm excited about it. How are you guys feeling about the crossovers coming up?
I'm excited.
Excited?
Yeah, I think it's a great
I think
idea.
it's awesome. I think it's ambitious, man. Four
Yeah.
complete. I mean, it's a 4-hour-long event at that
Yeah.
point, right?
I've never heard of anything
Longer
like
than
that
most
on
movies.
television.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what's so fun and innovative now that we have all these superhero shows. You can do something like that. I don't think it's been done, and that's really cool. At the CW, it's such a family of fandom, and to do something like that where you can incorporate all your shows, neat. It's just fun. It's fun. TV's fun.
It's rewarding.
Again.
It's rewarding to everyone that watches all 4 of those shows, because that's it's 4 hours a week.
Yes.
Yeah.
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 It's not a small give.
It's not. Oh, sure, it is not. I'm not caught up on Arrow, so we have not been talking about Arrow. Apparently, the backstory for the crossover is this invasion. So I picked this up at Heroes Aren't Hard to Find. I'm like a walking billboard for them. If you kind of want to know about what the crossover backstory is, and the Dominators, because that's the villain. They're a race of geniuses. check out that book. Go to Heroes and find it. But again, we will not be doing Flash Chat next week. I'll tweet some stuff. But if you'd like to find some of our superheroes and the CW Street Team, you can find them at the Panthers LAIR tomorrow night, Mint and Moorhead. If you'd like to meet the Flash or Arrow, they're going to be out there signing some autographs, taking pictures. And then if you would like to see them again this weekend at the Ren Fair, so go to the Renaissance Festival. And I'm going to be a big fandom Greenville, South Carolina this weekend. If you're looking for a fun convention to go to before Charlotte Comic-Con, check this one out. It's going to be a good time. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to try to not spend all my money on buying pops and stuff for this set. Thanks everyone for being here. Have a happy Thanksgiving, and happy Thanksgiving to all of you out there, and happy flashing, as I always like to say. Bye everyone.
Bye.